Hi, and welcome to the last episode of Charlie Chapters for Teens. As we head into the new year, we're going to find different ways to bring you new book recommendations and read-alikes and all the kinds of stuff that you've come to expect from Charlie Chapters. We'll just be doing it in a slightly different format. Anyways, here's Disney read-alikes. Enjoy! So if you're a fan of Jasmine, but you feel a little old for the original Disney story, you can check out Renee Ahdieh's The Wrath and the Dawn. This story is stunning. It's so descriptive, it's so beautiful, and it's just fantastic. And it has a sequel. Great story, highly recommend. And if you enjoy her writing, she also has a story for Mulan fans, Flame in the Mist, which also has a sequel. This story is amazing. It's full of girl power and just rising to the occasion and all of that, and it's just really, really great. And we can't talk about Disney without talking about Princess Diaries. This is a huge series. It's really long, and there's a lot to enjoy from it if you enjoyed the movies and want to see what the rest of the story is. I really wanted to share Disney's Twisted Tales with you today, but apparently they're so popular that they're all checked out. But the Twisted Tales actually take the same Disney characters that you know and love, and they give the whole story a twist, sometimes turning it completely on its head, and retell it in a very new way. If you like the more folktale princess side of Disney, you might enjoy Shannon Hale's Goose Girl series. Goose Girl has 4 books in the series, and they are each based on different folk and fairy tales that are a little less common. It might not be something you've actually heard of, and they're really great stories. Another one that's more on the folksy side is Seraphina by Rachel Hartman. This is a dragon book, but it's a dragon book in a way that I've never seen a dragon book done. It's fantastic, and it also has a sequel called Shadow Scale. And then she has sort of a companion book called Tess of the Road that involves some of the same world building and kind of things. Another great series to try if you are a fan of Disney is the Althea Contis series. It has Enchanted, Hero, and Dearest, and I believe there's a 4th book as well, and they're all fairy tale retellings. So we can't talk about fairy tale retellings without bringing up Marissa Meyer. So she has a couple different things. She has a series, which we're going to get to, but then she has this amazing standalone called Heartless. This is actually the origin story of the Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland. It's fantastic. It's darker than you'd think it'd be, and it really just takes the story in a different direction. It's really fantastic. Her series starts with Cinder, and it continues with 3 other books, and each book has a different main character, but then they all come together in the end. So she's got Cinder, which is obviously based on Cinderella. She's got Scarlet, which is based on Little Red Riding Hood. She has Cress, which is based on Rapunzel. And then she has Winter, which is very loosely based on Snow White. And she really weaves all these stories together in this really technological kind of outer space world. And it's really a different way to tell all these classic stories. And it's great if you're a fan of the original stories, and it really makes the stories its own. If you're a fan of The Princess and the Frog, you could try Frog Kisser by Garth Nix. This takes the story in a completely different direction with all the same basic stuff. It's a pretty interesting story. It's very comedic, and I think you'd enjoy it. And our last series for today is the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas. It is kind of supposed around the idea that Cinderella went to the ball to assassinate the prince instead of marry him. So it's like very loosely Cinderella and then assassins. And like wars over kingdoms and like lost kings and queens, and it's just amazing. It ended up being a 7-book series. There's so much epicness in this series to experience, and so if you like Disney but really want to just take it in a different direction, that's the series for you. We don't have the first book in, but this is actually the collection of prequel novellas, and we do have copies of all the books in the series. So that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed our Disney read-alikes and that you'll check out some of these titles. Have a good day.